Hi, this is Stridden. Welcome back to my single-player create world. Stridden plays Minecraft, if you will. When we left off, I was kind of clearing out a lot of land up there and around and trees and stuff. You can see that the landscape is just a smidge different. I have gotten rid of most of the trees. There seems to be one straggler, two stragglers, dotted around, another one over there. But for the most part, all of this has been cleared. And I've installed a rope pulley here, or a chain pulley, or a chain conveyor, that's what they're called. And I've made a wrench, and, we're starting to get through some of the early game create stuff. Oops, I went the wrong way. Let me see if I can do this in third person. Yep, there it is. Real quick, over here, I have like this is most of this is natural. I did add one layer of dirt so that it was kind of more flat here, but it's this natural like basin here, and then there was like a couple of crossovers like right there, and then I'm gonna add one right here, and I figure that what we'll do is we'll build a building up on top of this plateau, and then that will be like the basement, and we'll have goods and services coming in and out of this bottom conveyor, and then having production and stuff up here, or something. I don't know yet. I don't know what this building's gonna be, and I haven't been playing as much as I really want to. That's just my fault, though. That's all my fault. I have prepared a few things, so I don't know if I had this last time. I have some lava cauldrons waiting here to fill up. Only 3 of them have lava in them. I had a 4th one here, and then I screwed up and used that for something. I don't remember what, but it ended up using the lava pretty much, so I might have accidentally like put it next to water or something. I don't remember. But anyway, here's where we're going to store excess lava once we get all of these filled up, and then we might even expand this more to another one because it's very slow. So is this dripstone. I've been waiting for more dripstone to fall here. I had to buy an extra piece from the Wandering Trader. There should still be one over there. Wandering Trader, that's the one I bought it from. We'll be putting at least 2 more here. I'm thinking we're going to need to like double that and then double it again. And then we'll have probably enough production for just like a small lawn base right now. The lawn base though is very temporary. Once we get brass and stuff, I'm gonna start making more permanent production. Over here I've built a bridge, so that way it's a little easier. Yeah, see, there's the one trader. I've made a bridge so that it's a little easier to get to the continent that has the Nether portal. If you look at the map, it just goes like diagonal. This was kind of a weird perspective to build from. Like, it's not exactly 45 degrees. It's not, like actual diagonal. It's like 20 degrees or something like that. So I tried to make it symmetrical on both sides. It barely reaches over here. I'm gonna have to fill in some of this dirt. And then underneath here, I haven't quite finished it yet. I was planning on smoothing out a lot of these sides here. I think they're not the same on both sides. You can see that one has slabs, and then this one has full blocks right here. So yeah, I gotta work on that a little bit. That's not today's project though. And also I'm either gonna bring the dirt up here, or I'm gonna add another set of slabs to go down one. I haven't decided that yet, because on this side the dirt is so close that I'm thinking I'm just gonna bring it out to here, and then you'll just step right off flat right there. I haven't decided on that. But yeah, we're gonna go light that portal here in a moment. I just need to make some blaze burners. Oh, another thing. So I felt like it was kind of a little bit cheap for me to be producing all of these ingots just by washing stuff and then pressing them down. Like, it feels like at some point you just skip the entirety of like smelting, right? So what I've done is I've replaced normal nuggets, all of the nuggets here, with raw nuggets, right? But I didn't rename them. I just figured it'd work either way, because like, if I have to use nuggets for something, I'm probably just gonna keep this recipe where it's an iron ingot to the nugget, but I've also added one for raw ingots to or raw metals to the nuggets, right? So these can be used for most of their normal recipes, because I'm trying to stick as much as I can to just data packs. If I wanted to, I could make my own mod that adds raw nuggets, and then I could separate the recipes out, but I didn't feel like doing that. So in this case, anything that you can make with normal nuggets, you can probably make with raw nuggets too. The exception is not that one. That's a custom recipe though. Exception is where is it? This one. Raw nuggets now go to raw metals, and then raw metals, instead of having to smelt them, you can crush them down into the crushed versions and then wash them straight up to an ingot. Normally, you'd get nuggets, but then if you craft the nuggets, you just get the raw metal again. So it would make like a cyclical thing. You still can do the cyclical thing, because then you could take an ingot and then craft it down into a nugget like this, and then repackage that into a raw thing, and then crush that, and then, you know, you'd have another cycle there. You've probably noticed by now that I have another resource pack. This is replacing, like, a lot of the HUD and a lot of the inventories, and like the recipe screen is all blue and like all this stuff. I have done some modifications to it. It is create style GUI for space Minecraft stuff, and it doesn't cover like every single menu. Like if I look at this is from a mod, so it doesn't actually do anything to this. I'd have to add like compatibility myself for that. Yeah, I don't want to add like extra mods just for like little things, especially if they're not going to keep up to date, unless I make the mod myself. And this is something that I have considered. I've thought about making my own mod for this series, because I think it would be a cool idea to have a way to get to the creative stuff in Create. Like they have a creative tank and a creative generator and a creative crate and things like that. In Forever Adventure, I used Cube.js to add items that could be used to craft that stuff. So there was a way to get creative stuff. It took like a lot to get a single piece. So I would like to do something similar in this, but if I did that, I'd have to make my own mod because I don't have Cube.js, right? Because it either doesn't stay up to date with Minecraft 1.21.11, or it's just not on Fabric, which is what this is all running on. So, in any case, I probably have to make my own mod for it. And if I'm gonna do that, then I have to think a lot more about it, because I don't know if that's what I want to do yet or not. So I'm trying to stick as much as I can to data packs, and custom data pack stuff. And when I kind of hit my limit with that, and I'm like, okay, I want to do more than that, then I might make my own mod. Because I think a lot of times I'm like, oh, it'd be really cool if I could add sequenced assembly recipes, right? Like I would have loved to have added some sequenced assembly recipes. But in order to do that, I either have to reuse an existing sequenced assembly item in base create, or I have to make my own mod that adds a sequenced assembly item that that can be used in the sequenced assembly recipe. And then that means that I'm making my own mod. So, you know, my plan is we have to go to the Nether. We gotta find either Nether Fortress or some other blaze spawn, or just find random blazes that spawn somewhere. And then we're gonna build a little starter house over here. It's probably not gonna be where I stay, and we're gonna sprawl out across spawn pretty much. Like have a little house like here-ish, maybe cover up most of that water. A little workshop right here, and then over here we're gonna start building like kind of a commercial district a little bit. We're gonna level out some of this land and put a big store here, and this might be like a town hall sort of thing right here. I have lots of ideas. I just don't know how to execute all of them. So that'll have to all come later. Actually, let me run back, grab some cobble, and then we'll be back. I have lots of ideas. I just don't know how to execute all of them. But I feel like I'm getting a lot more competent with data pack stuff. So, like for instance, I want there to be like a little city hall building here. But mostly for this idea I have of like making custom models for things. Ta-da! In Hermitcraft, they have a season where they all did like hermit permits for selling items and stuff. I don't exactly want that. I just kind of want like some decorations and stuff to be able to put in item frames. And I know how to do that with like commands and stuff. And I have the model applier. Hello, everybody. I'm model applier. I have the model applier data pack. I can also look inside of the data pack and see how they do it, and then probably be like, oh, that's how I can do it with like custom recipes, right? Like, and I know that the NBT crafting with items is like not super supported. Like it overwrites certain things, and I can't add custom items, obviously, but I can do some stuff that does that does work. Um, that I know. Anyway, let's see what our Nether looks like. Let's see if it's good or bad. I'm gonna guess it's bad. Whoa, stutter, load. Okay, cool. Well, it's pretty high up. I will give that. But it's not bad, necessarily. I mean, I don't really like the idea of hoglins. I'm gonna grab some warped fungus. They are already afraid of the portal block, so if I really need shelter, I can run to that. Grab a second one just so I know they stack together. This is pretty high up, I have to say. I don't know if there's any ground below us. Let's see if I can see under here. Yeah, it doesn't really look like there's any ground below us. It's kind of like that, where it's hanging. Yeah. So it's a good thing I grabbed cobble, but I don't know how I'm gonna get down. Unless I just, Yikes. I was gonna say I could just, drop scaffold down, but I'm gonna need more scaffold if I want to do that. Oh, I'm not wearing gold. Oh, no! No! Okay, well. For those of you that, that watched, Forever Adventure, you'll know that this is pretty much part of the course for me for, the Nether, and Nether travel. I died pretty quick in that series too. I think I was better equipped for that at least. Oh well. Spare pair of boots. Here, I'll put them on this guy. Blast protection. There you go. That's a weird texture. Does that happen when it's full size? Yes, that is weird. Whatever. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. We are beginning to have issues. Alright, so I looked at the crash report. Turns out looking at the blueprint there caused a crash because something wasn't rendered in the right order or some garbage like that. So, nothing too terrible, I have to say. I do think that maybe I need a weapon. I'll take this. I might make an iron sword. I'm mostly just because I want my items back. I did make gold boots. I don't know why I made it. I made a pair of iron boots and upgraded them to gold. And then I made a pair of gold boots thinking that I could combine them. And I guess I'm just like rewriting my brain now because I obviously couldn't do that. Man, I really need to make a better way up here. The gold boots are crafted with blast protection on them, and the iron boots are made with regular protection on them, so they could not be combined. You cannot upgrade them like that. What I should have done is made copper boots and upgraded them to gold. Okay, just making sure. I do have gold on, he shouldn't be mad at me. I fell down a hole somewhere. Oh man, my chat got cleared. I remember looking down there though, and then I fell off. Where though? Fell into lava. Hey, there's my body. I think. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put gravel pillar right here, I guess. Let's just see if that lands. If that lands, we'll put it there. Okay, good. I should have grabbed some extra cobble while I was there, but, you know, lesson learned. Let's go back. All right here. No. I don't know how I fell there. Let's go back real quick, and get ourselves some cobblestone. I keep forgetting it's night over here, too. That's great. We might have to wait out the night. Or I could sleep through it. I just hate doing that when all of our processes are so slow at day. It's going to be a question mark from me, dog. Fireflies. It's kind of an annoying sound. I don't know if I've ever heard it yet. It's kind of annoying, I cannot lie. While I'm dealing with my catastrophic blunder here, let me tell you guys what I've had to deal with today. I dropped Jess off at her work, and then on my way home, like I didn't even get probably a mile down the road, my tires were going and I'm like, oh no. So I pull into an auto parts store parking lot, and I get out and I look at all of my tires, and the front right tire is just completely flat. Like, it's on the rim. It's just it's a non-starter, as one might say. So I then go to my trunk, and I'm like, I'm just gonna put the spare on and take it somewhere and get it patched, right? Well, I open my trunk, and honestly, I don't even know if I ever had a spare, because there was no spare in the trunk. Which is horrible news. Oh, I thought for sure I was dead. Okay. Oh. Oops. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, yeah, no spare in the trunk. Wait, why are you holding amethyst? You're not supposed to be holding amethyst. I gotta double check. Well, put it on the to fix list. He's supposed to be holding gold. Some gravel down there. It falls. Careful not to fall with it. So, anyway, as I was saying about the tires, no spare. So I, get in my car, and I call my mom. They're just killing a pig, right? Okay. I want to see if they leave any drops for me, because if they left some leather here, it would be nice to have. Ooh, thank you. Anywho, back down. So I call my mom, and I'm like, hey, you'll never believe what happened. Our flat. She's like, oh no, did you put the spare on? I said, well, funny thing about it. No spare to be had. And she goes, you don't have a spare? I'm like, apparently not. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I'd like to have some help, ideally. I mean, I don't know what else I can do. I need help, right? Whew. Okay, that sounds like there's something down there that it's hitting and breaking. Let me check real quick. Oh, the sign. Yeah, so there's a sign in front of it that says, "Here lies whoever." So I gotta go out one more. And that also means I gotta put one here. Okay. Let's see if I can get it here. So, she comes, picks me up, and we end up getting the tire off, and we go to Walmart, right? Because you think, well, Walmart has tires, right? They'll be able to patch tire. So we go to Walmart, and the guy at Walmart is like, "Yeah, we don't have any of those right now." And I said, well, first I started with, "Can you patch it?" And he said, "Let me take a look." And he looks and he says, "See this hole right here? That's probably where you're leaking air, and it's too close to the edge, so you can't patch it." And I'm like, "Okay, well, do you have another?" And he's like, "No, we don't have another one of those right now." And I said, "When's the next time that you will have, you know, that?" And he's like, probably Wednesday or Thursday at the earliest." And I'm like, "Dude, I can't do that. I gotta work," right? So I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay, well, how about we go to a used tire place and see if they have anything?" And this dude's like, "Yeah, I know of a place that's like way on the other side of town towards another town." And I'm like, you're lucky I work in an auto parts store delivering parts to local places, because I know of a better place that's way closer." So I'm like, we're gonna go try this other place nearby." He's like, "Yeah, okay." As they say, necessity breeds innovation. So we've gotten off of our plateau with the Nether portal, and we have come down to the ground level safely after collecting our items. 27, and I can make 16. Yeah, so I need a crafting table now. Yeep. Bada boom. Ta-da! So anywho, I went to this place. I'm like, "Can you guys patch this, or can you get me a used tire to put on for now?" And dude comes out, he looks at it, and he goes, "You need this patched?" I'm like, "Or if you have a used tire, I'll take that." He's like, let me take it in and look at it. I think we have this size." And I'm like, "Oh, great, because if you have it, I'd love to just get it patched. Or I'd love to use tire, right? I don't care. I'll take a used tire." Long story short, he did have a used one. He goes in, fiddles around with it, comes back out. And I'm like, "Oh, great, you had a used one." He's like, "Yep." I'm like, "What do I owe you?" He's like, $50. I'm like, $50 ain't bad. You know, I like my actual tires, because it's a small car and small tires. It's like $100 per tire anyway, so $50. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm back on the road for $50. Now, my legs were quaking at the end of it all, because I was actually having to sit there and like put the tire on myself, which I'm not complaining about. You know, it had to be done. But man, my knees were giving out on me. Let me tell you. Another reason why I love Zero's minimap, or world map, is because I can do this and see if there's anything near me. What do you know? There's a fortress up here, there's a bastion down here. We're not too worried about the bastion right now. We are looking to go towards the fortress. Where am I at? I'm right there. So if I just spin around, basically not 180, but like a little short of that direction, I guess. Yeah. Cool. All right, so we're gonna go over here. That's why I keep Warp Fungus on me, because this guy's interested in attacking me now, but he can't get near me. And then if I'm like, oh, I need to inch forward a little bit, boom. And I grab this one, move up. Till he's lost interest, and then I can get on my merry way. That's a little more dangerous than I would have liked to go down there. I want to see, do I have that fog control mod? I think that's a little better. I don't know. I can't tell. You can't get over here, right? Yeah, good. I need to find some replacement rooms. Here's one. I'd like to keep that there, because it's kind of my vantage point right now. Okay, path is not making itself available to me in my mind's eye. I'm thinking, though, that we are going to have to go this way, so let's start pathing our way over there. I am traveling in a very scaredy cat fashion. Okay, am I getting close? I am getting close. I can see it. It's right there. I forget entirely what I was just about to say. We're gonna dig our way up here. Oops, wait. This. That. Okay. Couple of sissy bars, because I see that guy. He's wielding a copper sword. See, my data pack thing ain't working, man. Oh, I'll fix it later. Okay. Ooh, a diamond. If I had some space. This back here. It's more of the suds. Okay. Safe as it's going to be for this second. I do need soul sand too. I'm afraid to poke my head out here. Yeah, let's not. Let's not and say we didn't. Yeah, I think we're pretty much gonna go back to where I saw that blaze spawner before. Yep. Trying to get this guy's attention. I gotta use. We're gonna try our best to run over here and make this wither safe. Yoink. 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 Ouch. Oops, I don't have space for that. I lost one though. Youch! Ugh. Oh no, I have something. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Got a blaze rod. Pressing that gets me 3 and 3. Can I press that back into blaze rod? Means I do kind of need to stay for some more. It's 2. That'll get me at a minimum like 6. Probably more though. Alright, let's see. I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh, but I do want an inner chest. One more. Flip, man. Alright, that's fine. We can work with that. We can work with that. We can use bones. Let's gravel our way down. Okay, and we're gone. We're golden. Oh my gosh, harrowing Nether adventure, if I do say so myself. Oh, I keep forgetting. This is not a safe area. Out of the frying pan into the fire, am I right? Yikes. Am I even going the right way? I am, yeah, it's kind of like over here. See, there's all my work, my handiwork right there. So we gotta go, like, yeah, the way I'm facing and then turn right and kind of stick straight. Yep. Turn right, stick straight. Turn right, yeah, right there. Yeah, okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Just hoping to get out alive. Watching where I'm walking, that sort of thing. Here we are. Oh my gosh, we did it. We did it, we did it, we did it, hooray! We're doing a Dora and we're singing a song, may we see love. We did it! Oh, no fallsies. Oh. Oh my gosh, okay, so note to self, I gotta fix the data pack that changes everybody's items, because for some reason it's just not working. And we have another work, we have a little bit of soul sand, we can start producing, baby! We got all kinds of production to start up now. How long I've been recording for? 35 minutes on this section. I also had a separate recording before the crash, so... I think, honestly, that's probably a lot of stuff to edit. That might be an episode by itself. I really don't know. Probably so. So, I didn't really talk at all about a bunch of stuff that I wanted to talk about. Just because we got sidetracked so much, and also, died once. Oh yeah, I gotta add that to the death counter. I have these project barrels. I completely forgot to mention the project barrels. In like the world before last, not that this is the last world, but like the world before this one, right? And then the one before that, I had these barrels that I would place down that I called project barrels. And what I would do is I would put all of the items I needed in the barrel and put a sign on it and be like, this is for this project, right? And then I just kind of came up with the name for project barrels. So this is Project Death Count. We've died 3 times, and I don't know if do I have a skull on you? No, I don't. I've died 3 times. Okay. Ta-da. this is Project Liquid Hot Magma. So the idea is that we need dripstone and we need a lot of lava for a lot of the projects in the world. We haven't really gotten many other projects set up at this moment. Here's the last thing we'll do, okay? We're gonna go over here to this here gravel pit, right? And I'm gonna tell you what the first we'll call it major project. It's not. It's like a sub list of a major project. This is gonna be a type of landfill, I guess, or like a dump. Right here in this gravel section, we're gonna fill in a lot of this water. We're gonna flatten this out, and then this is gonna be like a gravel production area. It's also gonna be where we're gonna do a lot of gravel processing. So we'll be washing gravel for zinc. We'll be probably crushing gravel into sand and then washing sand for copper. I don't know if we'll make brass here or not. I don't think I want to. But yeah, that's what this area is going to be for. Also, I wanted to show you guys, I found a treasure map. I don't know what I did with the map itself, but it led me to this spot here. And I did dig around a few spots here. It was like right here and like right here, and I was just like trying to find it. And then I did the little chunk trick, right, where you can do this, and then you go to like the 9 and the 9 here, and then you can dig straight down and get it. I see so many posts on like TikTok that are like, "Will you work at Mojang and you hate your job?" And then it's like they're building like a red X on a map, and then they come over here and place a different chest full of the goodies. The X on the map refers to the chunk, and then in the chunk you just go to the 9th section. And usually if you stand here and you look at the treasure map, is it in here? No. If you look at the treasure map, it's gonna be like right under the X. So I don't know what everyone is doing with their lives to be complaining about that the whole time, but you know, some cooked cod, some cooked salmon, and a heart of the sea. So this is not a bad haul for a treasure chest. And I think I got that from sunken boat somewhere over in this direction somewhere. I'm not sure where it went or where it was to begin with. Look at that dude. Okay. So yeah, that's gonna be this project over here. The gravel section here is just gonna be like the landfill. I don't know what to call it yet. I'm thinking landfill or maybe waste management or something. It's gonna be like a municipal type thing. So there's that, and then that's probably going to be what I start on next, because it's going to get us a lot of resources for producing everything else in this area. The book and quill, I've changed it so that it uses black dye. So now it's a book, a black dye, and a feather. And I think that that's a good recipe for it, because you can... I didn't know that. I was going to say you can mill charcoal into it. Do I have a mill, though?
No.
It is time for the comment of the episode. I don't actually know what I'm calling this segment, but I'll start with that, alright? And there's also going to be multiple comments because I only got 2 people commenting last week. Or I say last week, it was the last episode, which probably would have been about a month ago now, maybe a little more, I don't know. Anywho's, Boontar says, a new MC series, let's freaking go! Dude, let's go! I'm actually really excited to be playing again. I haven't played Minecraft much since I played Raspberry Flavored. And Raspberry Flavored was really fun, but it also kind of killed my enthusiasm for vanilla Minecraft. Because it's like, well, I could be playing Raspberry Flavored, which is kind of just objectively better, in my opinion. In my opinion, yes. Subjectively better, okay. But anyways, now I wanted to have happy guests. You know, I wanted to do some of this newer stuff that bigger creators are doing, and I didn't want to be playing in 1.20 anymore, or in Raspberry Flavored's case, 1.19, right? Like, they're not updating past 1.19. I wanted to play in 1.21, and ideally, I wanted copper golems and happy guests, right? Like, that's kind of the main motivation. I have recently seen that they have showed off, they've shown off the next update after Chaos Cubed, and that one actually has some stuff in it that I think I'd like to see in the game. I can't remember off the top of my head anything about it, but it had like, oh, that's right, it had poplar trees. It had poplar trees. It had like the poplar forest. It had what were they called? Wool stairs and wool slabs. It had things like that. One thing that I did in between episodes was I made it so that there are ways to get the saplings that I don't have in my world, because there's a world border. So like, if I want to have spruce saplings in a spruce farm, this is the recipe for spruce. It's just 2 saplings of any kind makes 2 spruce saplings, right? Same thing with birch. It's just vertical. Acacia, diagonal in this direction. Cherry, 3 diagonal in this direction. Dark oak, 4. Pale oak, straight line across. There's also azalea. That one's an L shape. This one's an L shape in the opposite direction. So the only thing that I was limited by with those recipes was I couldn't make them just be in like different spots in the crafting table. Like, what my ideal solution to that was to put like, this one here would be oak, then this one would be spruce, then this one would be birch, then this one would be, like, I tried to do that, but it didn't let me. So then I thought, okay, well, what if I do like, these 2 are spruce, and then these 2 are birch, and it doesn't matter. If it's vertical, it doesn't matter which slots it's in, it's always vertical. So that's why I had to do like these weird shapes with it. Anywho, back to the rest of the comment. I'm very excited for new updates, and the fact that I'm doing the series means that I can actually play in them. I don't know when all of the mods will be updated. So we're still going to be playing on this update probably until well after Chaos Cube gets released and it goes into 26.3 or 26.4, whatever update has all the poplar trees and stuff. Next comment. Dear God says, bro keeps coming back no matter what. Let's go. Yes, this is like the common sentiment between the 2 comments is like, let's go, man. Let's go. Another new series. Let's go. I wanted to play Minecraft a lot more than I have been recently. I struggle with motivation. I've talked about it before. I just struggle with motivation so much. I think I need to do more projects like this little bridge thing where it's just like I was going back and forth between here and there trying to build this nether portal with like little bits of obsidian that I'd collect. And then I was like, I really hate swimming across this thing. I'm gonna build a bridge. So I just kind of stopped and built a bridge. And I think that really helped me with like motivating me to record this episode too, is because I got all my ducks in a row. You know, I had the nether set ready. I had that little treasures thing over there ready. And now I think I need to like start doing some more automation so that way I can feel like I'm ready to move on. Also, I sped this up a lot. You can see here I've added a big water wheel in addition to the small water wheel, and I've added like a doubling on top of a doubling on top of a doubling. So this is running at like 4 times the speed it was last episode, which is why we're collecting so much zinc. I'm gonna need a lot of zinc. That's not gonna cut it. We're gonna be making bigger and better things. Recently, like I've wanted to play some indie games on the channel, some like free games, open source games, games that I can I already have in my Steam library, things like that. There's this game, it's called Mindustry. I'll type it in right here. Mindustry. It's spelled like that. I don't know if it's Mindustry or Mindustry. Since the word it's coming off of is industry, I would think it's Mindustry. However, you might say, oh, well, I mine in the game, so it must be Mindustry. I don't know. I have no opinion on how you pronounce it. I've never heard it said. I've only ever seen it written. I've been playing that. I got stuck on a level. I think I'd like to record some in that because it seems really fun. Also, I recently got Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. I would love to play some of that. UFO 50, I wanted to, in Forever Adventure, I wanted to make like a shrine to UFO 50 because I was playing it at the time and it was so fun. It was such a breath of fresh air when it released. I love that game. You know, I'm thinking about more series for the channel. I also want, I had plans to record a video with Jess last weekend. It fell through. We were gonna record and we couldn't do it. It was it was too much effort, and we were very tired. We have a bit of a busy time going on right now. I'm working on getting a new trailer. Gonna put it behind my mom's house, you know. We'll see. Yeah, so we're busy, and we just couldn't do it last week like we wanted to. Yeah, so now I would like to record something else with Jess. It's probably gonna have to be this upcoming Sunday, which means it's not gonna be out until probably a week or two from when this video comes out. It may not seem like it because we haven't actually built anything, but we do have these blaze burners now, so I can actually make brass. I can start automating better. I needed to set up some brass here so that way it only collects flint and zinc nuggets. And then I'm gonna have a compacting thing here and then have it go over here to a smelteroony. We're gonna start booming. Industry's gonna start booming, y'all, booming. And until then, until the next video, I would like to say a heartfelt thank you to everybody who stuck with me, even through some of my probably very shameful, I would describe them, shameful episodes of like depression and melancholy and feeling like I could make a video, but what's the point, and all this other stuff. I don't like feeling like that. I try not to let it control my video making, but I know that it shows through sometimes. But I am genuinely excited to play more Minecraft, and I am excited to play, create and design this mod pack. It's a very small mod pack. It's very vanilla plus, but I'm really excited to be doing it all the same. Because it gets to be my creation. I don't think that there's going to be a release for this anytime soon, if at all ever. I made a release for Forever Adventure, and I kind of regretted it, because it was never in a state that I was actually happy with releasing it to other people to play. So now, I think that this is going to be just for me. And the way that you guys will experience it is just through my videos. And maybe at the end of the series, or maybe when I update to the newer version, what I'll do is I'll take this world, I'll package it up with the mod, and I will release it as like a episode milestone or a subscriber milestone or something like that. But until then, this is gonna be just me and you playing the game, having fun. Stridden Adventures, Stridden goes to the Nether, Stridden, okay, thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching, I appreciate you greatly. I will see you all in the next video, and I am excited for what there is to come, so... Goodbye, everyone, goodbye.